Yeah, we got it bumping.
You need to disconnect that cable, cause if you want the truth, we at the round table. We give it real when the mothers ain't able. That's what it is when we at the round table.
Hey, what's going on, my good people? We riding. Where y'all at? We in here. We in here. That's it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the round table.
Yeah, we're in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's riding with us tonight.
We appreciate you. I see my smoke sisters then fell through here, sliding through here. My smoke brother, okay. Sharon be riding, man. We love you, Sharon.
Yeah, salute. 80s baby. Shia B. Had curly lock diva. Okay. They falling through.
Yeah, TY in the building. She be holding it down for me.
Yeah.
She be holding it down on Facebook for me.
Hey, it be tripping me out when I see TY the author, because you know I got my homie YJ.
Yeah, YJ. Yeah.
YJ.
I was confused one time. What's going on, Custom?
Custom design.
Shia B is in the building.
Squeak.
Block Boy 81 is in the building. Carolyn Lake is in the building. Buttercream is in the building. Joyce Duncan is in the building. Cookie is
in the
building.
We got a buttercream, whipped cream. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna just leave that alone. Go ahead, John.
Evil Eye Adams is in the building. Lady Bell is in the building. Raphael Colbert is in the building. Miss B. Belton is in the building. Maria Money is in the building. Jessica J. Mary Ellen B. Hunt. Shamina Wright. Cat Eyes is in the building. Whoa. Bust it down, people. Break the doors down. We're going to get hot tonight.
Yeah, because this story is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And we've been talking about this story for a minute. We just didn't know, whether or not we was going to bring it to the round table. But I'm going to be honest, I was waiting on more details. I'm like, we need more details. We need more details, And then we got the dig in, and this is, what's going on, Zena? Kate Johnson, my smoke sister. So we here tonight, y'all. We riding for this lady right here, Melissa Mooney. And this lady right here, Nicole Coats. Y'all, this is a mess. This is a mess.
An absolute mess.
Absolute. But we wanted to go over the story. We wanted to talk about the story, bring y'all the similarities, because one of the things that stood out to us was that in the beginning, the police was like it wasn't connected. Like these two crimes were not connected. And I'm going to be honest, I disagree with that. I do. We haven't heard nothing else from the police, but I disagree with that.
It's a lot of strange things about how this case is panned out, especially when it comes to law enforcement, as they normally inform the media of a lot of things through press conferences. That's one thing we haven't seen.
Right. Wonder why.
Ooh.
Wonder why.
They're keeping this case very tight and the cards close to the chest.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
In terms of details, information.
But y'all know how we do. We're gonna pick this shit apart.
That's right.
Because the more and more, especially when we do our research, in the background, the more and more we was coming up. Well, we like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, for real.
And then y'all know how we do. We got to show the people. And then you come to your own conclusion. We ain't trying to force nothing on you. We just want you to have the details. You make your own decision. That's it. That's all we're going to do.
Because all cases, no matter what they are, all of them have clues. And if you're listening carefully and you're looking carefully, they pop right out. and create the details. Once you have the details, then you can follow that case line into the proper narrative that it should fit.
Yep.
You know,
and some things, you know, once you understand the details, it'd be a 2 + 2 = 4 all day,
every day, all week.
You know what I mean? So, so you know, we had to bring the details. What's going on, Denisha? Shamina, they go Meek. What's going on, ladies? We're gonna ride. We ain't gonna try to hold y'all too long. We got started a little late, but we ain't gonna try to hold y'all too long. But we're gonna make sure y'all got these details.
Believe it.
You know,
this is an incredible story of two young models, beautiful models,
absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely, you know, both in their 30s, early 30s.
Yep.
And for some strange reason, both these models were just taken
within days apart. Within days apart. Timing is everything. We've always said that timing is everything. And these two ladies died or were found. Let's clear that up. Found 2 days apart in the same vicinity. So we gonna get into this story. But like John said, beautiful young women, Black African women. You know,
absolutely well-to-do.
I was about to say they was doing their thing out here, working good, you know, looking good. It don't get no better than that. You understand what I mean?
Living in LA.
Downtown LA. In the posh section of LA.
Able to do that.
And y'all know we're gonna take a ride. But first, we need to start with the story. Let's start here.
Let's get to it.
LAPD is asking for the public's help in solving a murder mystery at a luxury downtown high-rise.
A woman was found dead inside of her apartment during a welfare check. KTLA 5's Alina Bovin live from downtown LA with more details. Alina, good morning.
Chris, Megan, good morning. Well, it has been nearly 48 hours since 31-year-old Melissa Mooney was found dead inside her apartment here in downtown LA. LAPD detectives, they say she was murdered, but no one seems to know why. LAPD detectives have been in and out of the apartment here. It is the Sky at Bunker Hill Luxury Apartments, speaking with residents, looking at surveillance cameras, and also this morning, as you guys mentioned, asking the public for help. So take a look. This is her 31 years old, Melissa Mooney, a model and a real estate agent. If you know anything about this woman or have any information regarding her death, the LAPD is asking you contact them immediately. Mooney was found dead inside her apartment. This was Tuesday afternoon. It's the 200 block of South Figueroa here in downtown. Officers were dispatched to her residence for a welfare check and discovered her lifeless body inside. Mooney's family reportedly became anxious when they couldn't get a hold of her last week. They were calling and texting the 31-year-old, seeing the messages were going through but not getting a response. Police ended up conducting 2 welfare checks, the first late last week and the second this Tuesday. On Melissa's Instagram, she posted that she's a model and also worked at Nest Seekers in Beverly Hills. Her sister, take a look at this, posted a very emotional statement on her Instagram saying in part, "Never in a million years did I think I'd have to make this post and get justice for my one and only sister. My heart is crushed. I can't believe you won't be here with us anymore. You were so loving and so kind to everyone." Now back out here live, our KTLA crew attempted to speak with some of the residents here at Mooney's apartment yesterday. Police are also asking anyone who might have any information to come forward. As for the autopsy report, the coroner has not yet released that side of the investigation. That's the very latest. I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live here in downtown LA this morning, KTLA 5 News.
Yeah, this is sad. And that story right there was about Maleesa. This girl was found dead in her apartment. Young girl, pretty girl, doing her thing. And y'all heard them. They said the family was trying to reach her. They couldn't reach her. And was like, yeah, we need a wellness check. And so that's when they found her. It's sad. This is a sad situation right here.
Very sad. Very sad.
What's going on, Toya? Yeah, we y'all know we're gonna take a ride. We got to show y'all. Y'all know.
And the details get even. Oh man, wait till y'all hear the details for those who haven't heard about these cases.
But y'all, it's a situation where, you know, we have this young model gone. They don't have a clue who did it, or at least they're not telling us. I ain't gonna say they ain't got a clue, but they ain't telling us.
Yeah, and we understand about protecting the integrity of a case, but at the same time, we got two, you know, similar situations that happen. You know, the public is kind of worried, so
right.
You would think that they would try to put their mind at ease, but they quiet, real quiet,
too quiet.
Yeah,
too quiet.
Quiet to a point to where the families involved in these cases are not being told anything by law enforcement at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you know, Maleesa, she didn't have any kids. She young, early 30s. Matter of fact.
Yeah, in fact, today is her
birthday.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
October the 16th. So happy heavenly birthday to her.
Yeah.
We riding tonight. We riding. You know, but again, it happened in downtown LA. Nice area. And so we showed y'all the news clip for Maleesa. Now we're going to show y'all the one for Nichole, and then we're going to get into it.
Now at 6, a second model has been found dead in her apartment in downtown LA. And this happened just days before another model was found dead in her nearby apartment. Tonight, we have the latest on both of those cases. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News at 6. I'm Rick Chambers.
And I'm Corrine Winter. A deepening mystery tonight as we learn of the death of a model in downtown LA, the second in a matter of days.
Yeah, both of them found lifeless in their own apartments. Tonight, in a story you'll see only on 5, the mother of one of those victims is speaking out. Let's go to Chris Wolf. He joins us live from Hollywood now. He's got details on all of this. Chris?
That's right, Rick, Corrine, what a mystery this is. 2 young models discovered dead in their luxury apartments in downtown Los Angeles just days apart. One case is considered a homicide. The other one right now is considered suspicious, undetermined. Are they related? This is a story you will see only on 5.
It's senseless, and I want some answers because my daughter is gone. And it's not fair. I want everybody to find out who did this to her. She shouldn't be gone.
But we need to know. We need to know what happened.
Family members of a beautiful young model who recently discovered her dead in her downtown Los Angeles apartment are crying foul play and explain they are frustrated at the lack of answers and information coming from investigators. 32-year-old Nicole Coats, known as Nikki, told friends she had a date on Friday, September 8th. That's the last they heard from her. She didn't answer calls or texts during the weekend, so her father and aunt visited her luxury apartment 2 days later, located at 8th and Grand. That's when they made the gut-wrenching discovery.
I couldn't recognize her.
You feel there was some level of violence with this death?
Yes, I do.
You believe it was murder?
I believe it was. I really do. One of her legs was up in the air in a kicking position. That's not nobody that's just laid in their bed and died.
I don't know who she went out with. What transpired there, I have no idea. But I'm going to find out. So if you're out there, you're going to get caught. You're messing with the wrong person.
The LA County Coroner's Office says the case of Nicole Coats is open and the cause of death deferred. That means the cause is undetermined and further investigation is needed. However, Nikki's suspicious death is alarmingly similar to another recent case. During a welfare check for concerned family members, police discovered the body of 31-year-old model and real estate agent Melissa Mooney on Tuesday afternoon. She was inside her luxury apartment, Sky, at Bunker Hill on South Figueroa Street. The LAPD is not releasing any details, but confirms detectives are investigating the young woman's death as a homicide. Family and friends are devastated, and neighbors are extremely concerned. The family of Nicole Coats is watching that case closely.
I feel myself, it's a predator loose.
Anyone with information should contact the LAPD. We'll have much more later on tonight. For now, reporting live in Compton, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Wolfie, thank you for that.
Oh man,
Wow,
this is unreal.
crazy.
And like she said, there is a predator loose. I think the same thing.
I mean, you can't help but think that. The details are very similar.
It is. It really is. And they were found days apart. Maleesa was found on July the 12th, and Nichole, aka Nikki, was found on the 10th. So Nikki was found first. And then 2 days later, they found Maleesa.
September.
In September. What did I say?
July.
Oh, my bad. You know, and it again, timing is everything. Same situation. Family hadn't heard from him. Went to do a wellness check and found him. And one of the things that, you know, when we first started researching the case, y'all know we wanted to go to that map work. Where they living at? You know, how they living. And so, yeah. So we got to take them to the map work.
Got to take them to the map work.
Want to go to the map work?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's go to the map work.
So they understand where these girls. Drop down on them, John. We riding, baby.
So the first location we're going to is 8th and Grand Avenue. This is where Nichole lived, in the posh condominium apartment complex right in the downtown area of Los Angeles. As you can see, this is a highly dense downtown area. Lots of businesses in this area.
Let's blow it up for them.
Oh yeah, we going down.
Okay. Zelda, you already know. John ain't playing no games.
For real.
Let's get to it. This is Grand Avenue. And here, let's see where that truck is. Yep.
Yeah, where that truck is.
Right here. $770 8th and Grand Avenue. This is the apartment complex.
And I mean, it is nice down there. And I think like when I saw this and seeing that, you know, it's a high-rise type building, I'm like, who gonna commit a murder there? I mean, I know it's possible, but you talking downtown LA, and it looks like it don't look like you could park on the street, so you got to park in that garage?
Yeah, it's indoor parking.
Yeah.
It's got basement level garage areas on perhaps maybe 3 to 4 levels to accommodate, what is it, 400? Did you say about 400 apartment units in here?
Yes.
All the way across. I mean, this is gorgeous down here.
Tisha, that's what I'm. Yeah,
absolutely.
We was definitely looking for the cameras, and it just seems so risky trying to commit something as heinous as this down there.
Let me see if I can get inside the building. Come back up for a second.
So yeah, it makes you wonder. You heard what 54 said. It's very risky. Who would try to risk something like that, especially having to leave the building, I guess in one way, where potentially you could be caught on camera. And we get a little deep in that on who we came up with. So
I know, right? and my thing is this, because this is the lobby area. And,
that's what I'm trying to get to. This is where the swimming pool is. I mean, the amenities of this building are absolutely incredible.
Yes.
I think this would be on a mezzanine area or level, second level from the first floor. Let me see if I can drop down again.
And these apartments, because I was just about to say that these apartments are expensive. We're talking over $2,000 a month.
Oh yeah.
Studios. You understand what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, this is where the swimming pool is. Look at this.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And you would think a place like this, security would be one of the most important things to them to, protect their tenants. You know what I'm saying?
Paying that kind of money, I better be protected.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Paying that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how they were living. And again, this is Nicole's spot.
Yeah.
I just don't understand who would risk that.
Right.
Because once you get to the lobby area, we found cameras.
Okay, we are in the lobby area. Let's go back outside the building.
Maria said, but you're not downtown LA.
So is she saying this is not downtown LA?
This is the front door.
Yeah, this is real nice.
Now, just to make sure y'all heard, these cases are being looked at differently.
Separately. Yeah.
Yes, separately, yeah. And if you listen, the details are so similar, it makes you wonder why. Do they have any information that we don't have? And that's the only thing I could come up with. But, Nicole case, they're looking at it as a suspicious death.
Right.
But Maleesa, hers is looked at as murder, homicide.
Right, homicide. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And understand this, with Nichole, what we learned was that she had a date coming up that Friday, which would have been, was it September the 7th? Or the 8th?
It was the 8th.
The 8th. So she had a date. That's what she's telling her girls, her people. She had a date come Friday, September the 8th. We don't know if she made that date. We don't know if she was gone before Friday. All we know is that they said they hadn't heard from her after what? September the 7th?
Correct.
Yeah. 6 out of 7th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 6th is when she was telling her people about the date. Her date coming up. And I would assume with a man, we ain't heard nothing different, if she was dating a woman or a man. So I guess I'm just assuming, huh? You know what I mean?
Yeah, these days a date can be anything.
Yep. You better know it. You better know it. But she had a date. And again, we haven't heard anything about whether or not she made it, who this date was with. I'm sure they got her phone records. Because we ain't hear nothing about her phone being missing.
Right. We sure didn't.
Yeah. And
So I would assume they found it.
This is almost like a hotel setup.
It really is.
The elevators are down here. And this would be from the front doors up and to your right. Mailboxes in this area. And you would figure the entrance here would have at least some cameras in it.
It wasn't Friday the 6th. It was Friday the 8th. Don't forget, we're talking about September.
Mm-hmm. That's a vase. But yeah, this is her building.
Yeah. And then another thing that they have in common, should I say, is where they were found, in their rooms.
In their bedrooms.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would think that that's a intimate place, but that's where they met their demise.
Right.
And the physical evidence of them are very similar as well when we talk about how they look when they were found.
Right. Yeah.
So again, it confuses me. It confuses me of how this one is suspicious and this one is murder when they were found very similar.
Yeah. And you have to understand too, both of these women, modeling was a side hustle for them. They both had full-time jobs and modeled on the side. So they're in the fashion, makeup and hair and nails, and both of them.
Yep.
Don't forget that. Both of them. And they socialized.
Yeah, most definitely.
They were out, and I get it. I mean, you talking to somebody early 30s, real pretty, no kids, you winning. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't gonna say, well, let me, because I don't want y'all, I don't want my mothers in the chat to be talking about they ain't win. Listen, I'm just saying, let's be real here. Early 30s, no kids, living the life, good jobs. Man, listen, that hit different.
You just gotta imagine. I mean, all your money that you got, you spend it on yourself. Not saying you selfish, but hey, I get what you're saying, Five-Fold.
They win
it.
And from these front doors here, up and to the left,
the eye in the sky, baby.
Yep.
We got a camera outside the door. Mm-hmm. That's point number one. Now, what we don't know, because we can't get in any further.
And one of the go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah, is that parking garage area?
Yeah.
That parking garage
I'm sure
area.
There's cameras there. I'm sure.
Yeah, there's got to be. There's got to be. I'm going to see if I can.
And to answer your question, Denithia, no, there was no forced entry.
Nope. So what does that tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Either she let them in, or they had access to her apartment.
Right. Oh, yeah. Let me go back down here for a second.
Yep, Zelda, I'm with you. That's what I'm thinking.
There's also an intercom system outside the door. There is.
Jazz said, did they work for the same company?
Hey, I like your question, though.
Yeah. We was asking the same question, man. That's why I ride with y'all.
It's a good question. Trying to get back down there.
We couldn't find the name of the modeling agency.
Right, because that's what we were looking for. But we did find out that Nichole, why you look for that, John? Let me show them this real quick.
Okay.
We did find out that Nichole, of course, was into fashion, beauty. She worked for a company called Hatch. And one of the things that we found out while researching Hatch is that they like specialize in maternity clothes. You know, that threw us. I was like, wait, what?
Okay. It seems like Maria is that money, knows a little bit about this place. Are you from LA?
Oh, Maria's from LA?
Yeah, she said, I'm telling you guys that the place is not secure. So, and then she made a statement earlier saying, but it's not downtown LA. So it sounds like she might be from the area.
Oh, okay.
I mean, according to the map and according to the news, they called this downtown LA. Now, I ain't in LA. We going by what they said. I was about to say, John, where you done went to? We done went grocery shopping and
wow.
everything.
Yeah. I think this is right next door. Wow.
The Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was one of their amenities. Imagine that.
This is set up real nice.
It
you
really
don't got to go too far to go shopping for food.
Mm. Yeah. And one of the things, I don't even think we have that news clip, but one of the other things was that Nicole's mother said that there's no cameras in the hallway of the apartment. And I was like, oh God, no cameras in the hallway. But then we got those entry points and exit points.
Mm-hmm.
And we clearly see a camera. Now, does it work? Is the question.
There we go.
You know how they be trying to do us with the dummy cameras? You know, I hope that's not the case.
I mean, you would think at a place like this, yeah, they work. All the money that people are spending.
Yeah, they better.
Yeah, this is an intercom system outside. So you'd have to push the apartment button that you want to make connection with from outside, while that exterior camera up and to the right is shining down on you.
And that's what I'm saying. So it seems secure to me. When you start talking intercoms and keypads where you got to put in a code in order to open the door. And
yeah.
That's secure to me. How many of y'all living like that? That's secure to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. So again, it went back to the question that I kept asking, like, who would risk it? Because one of the things that we found was that Nicole's family members told the news that Nichole was found in a kicking position with her leg in the air. Now, understand this, because then we have to get into rigor mortis.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Right.
So how you die with your leg just in the air?
It's impossible.
Nah, I can't ride with that.
Impossible.
What y'all thinking? How is it that you can die and be found in your bed with your leg in a kicking position? Because that's how they described her when they found her. I was thinking maybe she was somewhere else.
Right.
And placed in her bedroom. What y'all think? What y'all thinking? Any ideas? We got any nurses in the building?
That's the detail that makes it suspicious. Who would die with their leg in the air?
Zena, you said it's possible. Evil, I said no way. I don't know about that. I mean, Zena, I'm with you. Like anything is okay. You say you're a nurse. So what would cause? We're gonna need you on Speak Your Piece. What would cause you to die and then your leg just be in the air?
Yeah.
Because that would mean rigor mortis set in and your leg was stuck like that.
Yeah, the body would be stiff at that point.
T said somewhere else, like where? I don't know.
Depending too on how long she was in that position. How long was she deceased?
What's going on, PM?
Now that is true right there what KG said.
Mm-hmm.
I got a homeboy who actually worked in a mortuary and funeral homes, whatever. And he say those bodies just move all of a sudden. I think those are just, I don't know what they call it, but I have seen that before. But I don't.
That's just weird to me.
Yeah. So it gives you the impression, that she may have been there for quite some time.
I mean, but she was last heard from what the 6th? 6, right?
Right. And the date was supposed to be on
the 8th. Right.
The 8th.
And they found her on the 10th.
And they found her on the 10th.
Correct.
So you've got 48 hours from that point. You see, so there's enough time there for, body can go into full rigor.
Right. Okay. Denithia said it's called reflex.
Yeah, I think somebody said gas is passing.
Yeah, where the body buckles.
And Faye, you know what? We didn't hear anything about that because we had the same question. Were they sexually assaulted?
Yeah.
Yep.
They ain't gave us that detail. Wonder why. It's either a yes or a no. As far as I'm concerned. Yes or no. But they said that she was found in a kicking position and that she was surrounded by blood.
How is that suspicious?
That's what I want to know. I really do.
Because if you remember what, I believe it was her aunt, she said she was unrecognizable. She couldn't even recognize her.
Unrecognizable.
Right.
That's another detail. So unrecognizable in what way? Was it the rigor? Was it exterior beating? Was it in what way?
Decomposition?
She said it looked like she was beaten. She said that. But law enforcement feel otherwise for whatever reason. They can't pinpoint it to a homicide. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
What's going on, D-Mon? Cold Pepsi in the building.
Cold Pepsi.
And so that's the thing. I mean, surrounded by blood in a kicking position, but it's just suspicious. Really? That just, I can't wrap my mind around that.
And they didn't tell us where the blood came from.
No.
Because if it was like something that she threw up, that's different. You feel what I'm saying? Then something happened internally. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But if she have a bruise or I can't say a gunshot wound because I think they would have been said something about that. Then we should know this was physical damage that was done to her. But if the blood that was surrounding her came out of her mouth, then okay, I understand why it's suspicious.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. And then my thing is this: if she was beaten, We just showed y'all the building. There's 1,000 people living there.
Right.
Ain't nobody heard nothing.
Right. There you go.
We ain't talking about a single family home. So I can't wrap my mind around those details for them to just be talking about it's suspicious. But boss, I'm with you. You know, depending on where the blood came from, and I'm gonna be honest. One of the things that crossed my mind, like, did she slit her wrist? You know, was this suicide? But then when that don't fit.
Right.
Trust me, if it was suicide, that would be easy for them. Case closed. She killed herself. Let's go home.
Yeah.
Or even what type of trauma her body may have suffered from. You know.
Right.
That may have caused a bleeding out.
Curly lock, it is. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We wanted to show y'all where Nichole was at, give y'all some details. And then we need to show y'all where Maleesa at. And you have to understand, they're less than a mile apart. Less than a mile.
Right.
Understand that. Her.
And this is the exact distance point between the two apartment complexes, Bunker Hill and 8th and Grand.
Joyce, I said that too.
Let's go to Bunker Hill.
Yeah. So Maleesa, she lived at, it's called Sky at Bunker Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely nice. You'll see. You'll see. Extremely nice.
These are two high-rise buildings that make up Sky at Bunker Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're in the back of the building, and the leasing office is back down here. There's a rear parking lot area. And one thing for sure,
yeah,
this baby's got cameras.
Mm-hmm. Keish, we about to get in. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
they own it.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Not only do we have cameras, guess what?
Maria said the whole area is bad after dark.
We got security.
And Maria, make sure you stay for Speak Your Piece.
And that's what because we got the security booth right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was trying to zoom in on and find out the security company, all that. we couldn't get a name of the security company.
We got external cameras outside of the building. This is the entrance to the right. Also having a camera here.
Seeing who coming and going.
Who's coming and going, because when that gate opens up, and then you've got security right outside. So you've got a physical person here 24/7 in this booth.
You got security. So you know.
Charlene's stupid. Charlene said top flight. Y'all play too much.
I mean, if you got security, you know they got to be security cameras.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
and they have access to the cameras.
Absolutely. I wonder if they got one in that booth with them.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Oh,
the little monitor. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep, yeah. I'm sure of it. That's part of their job. It's to secure the building.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of it.
Now, some of the details on Maleesa, her arm. This is weird. We don't understand what they mean when they say this. Maybe y'all can help us out. They said her arm looked stretched. And that's what they said. The exact words.
Yeah. Her arms were stretched.
I don't know what that means. Like stretched out, like
like you reaching for something, or
like God on on the cross, or
like what? Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Is that a defensive position? Was she trying to get someone up off of her?
But I guess, and I can go with that, John. But I guess for me, my mind, I'm thinking, well, when you pass, everything just goes limp.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Like gravity takes over type of thing. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm not really understanding arm stretch, kicking positions, and I get it. We heard y'all say, reflex and things like that, but I mean,
You see that comment? I ain't never even think about that.
Curly lock, yeah. Someone pulled her by her arm to move the body.
Stretched out of socket. I was thinking that as well, Charlene.
Me too. Yep. Yeah.
But then, I mean, wouldn't they have to say, she had a dislocated whatever, because if it was stretched out of socket, then that means something is out of place inside when it comes to the bone. But that wasn't mentioned either.
Right. But then don't forget, they considered her homicide.
Right.
Yeah, this one was labeled differently.
Yep. Oh, she said, well, no. Okay, so E King, I know what you're saying as far, because with rigor mortis you get stiff, but I'm saying rigor mortis takes a few hours. So in the meantime, in between time, I thought, I didn't see more crime scene photos than I want to admit, and they're laid flat. Now I've seen people in other positions, but that was because they were like in cramped spaces, or you understand what I mean? And that's just where their body stiffened, and it stiffened. And I know we got some Kanika people in here. I know we got some J4Kers in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And Cece, I can tell you followed the case as well. That's another part of the physical evidence.
Yep.
On Maleesa's body, she had her ankles was broken.
Yep. Both of them.
Now, to me, it goes with what 54 was saying. Like, she was put in something, and maybe it was a tight fit, so they had to break something to get her in there. But it didn't make sense to me, because what if they put her in something that's not where they found her at? You feel what I'm saying? So
wait a minute. Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying. You make a good point.
So that's what I'm troubled by. Like, if she was put into something, did they change their mind while they was there, or did they come back later? And that's dangerous for them to try that.
Look, Keish, man, listen, I ride with you, baby. You think like how I think. Look what she said. They came back. It's someone with constant access to the building who doesn't look suspect.
Yeah.
Ain't that what I said? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was on that from the start, because instantly my mind went to maintenance.
Yep. Absolutely.
And there were some other details that came out, which is why my mind went to maintenance. And then we kind of figured out that. So let me just tell y'all. So Maleesa has a sister who's a pop star named Jordan. Matter of fact,
I was just gonna go get it, but you got it.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, this is her sister. So this is Maleesa and her sister Jordan in this picture. And we've been watching what she's talking about. You got to listen to her.
Yep.
And one of the details that she came out and told us was that when they went to the apartment, the refrigerator was gone. And I was like, wait. So I was confused as to time. Like, when exactly did she get there? Was she there when they found her and the refrigerator was gone? Or did it become a crime scene? Police did what they had to do and then removed the refrigerator.
Right.
So you have to ask yourself, why in the world would they take a refrigerator out of that apartment? Because the sister says it. The refrigerator was gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and she lived on the 5th floor
Yep.
of the apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. I don't care if it's in the there's nosy neighbors. I don't care if it's in the wee hours of the morning. You can't move a refrigerator without somebody noticing it or even
Right.
hearing it. But at the same time, people would ask if she was beaten. No neighbors heard that. So it's a 50-50 situation when it comes to that. But I don't know. You can't take no refrigerator outside, put it in a truck and all that. Come on, man. I don't know about that.
The only person that's not going to look suspicious moving a refrigerator would be maintenance.
Maintenance, right.
Right. Somebody inside.
Right. But the more the sister started talking, the more Jordan started talking, that's when it was like, wait, I think she went in after the police.
Right.
So everything had already been cleaned up. They said her cell phone was missing. Her laptop was missing. We're going to get into her sister's statements here in a minute.
Yeah.
We have to. But again, I can't, and the guys, they'll tell you, I can't get past the refrigerator being gone. Why take that if it's not evidence? What do you need it for?
Yeah.
Was she in it?
Was she in it at some point? And then we got, like Keish was saying, we got broken ankles and legs broken. What?
Yeah, I think her right wrist was also broken.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not something you do to somebody that you're trying to kill while they're alive.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it doesn't make no sense whatsoever. You gonna break their ankles first and all this, and that was done post death.
That's what I'm thinking, because it would be too noisy. And again, look at this place. You're in a high rise. Again, this is not a single family home. So there's neighbors everywhere.
Yeah, highly visible, that's for sure. I'm thinking over here to the right, as I was examining the exterior perimeter here, with this crate and pallet and whatnot, this could be an area for maintenance, bringing in supplies, building materials, and things of that nature. Could be.
You're right.
Because of the way the camera is situated outside.
Yeah, I agree with you, Keys. They should be able to, determine post-mortem injuries. I agree.
Yeah. But these are the details that they're not giving us.
Yep.
And don't forget, Maleesa's death is considered a homicide. And she was found in her bedroom. And one of the other details that that came out was that the sister said some of the carpet had been ripped up. So that's when things started to click. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking now, because I went on and on about this whole maintenance man moving a refrigerator, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. But the more I listened to the sister talk, I'm like, nah, she went into that apartment after police. And so think about what she said, that the refrigerator was gone and pieces of the carpet was ripped up. And yeah.
And this is the inside of, I think it's a 1-bedroom or No, no, yeah, one bedroom apartment, condominium apartment, by the way.
And there's hardwood floors.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, these apartments are extremely nice.
Beautiful.
And this picture right here, think about this. Picture the refrigerator being gone. And again, what for? Why the refrigerator missing? Why would the police take that? Because now I believe that the sister is referring to all of this evidence after the fact.
She also mentions too that according to the way she reported it, that there was water on the floor.
Yep. It was flooded.
So it was flooded.
Yep.
So wait a minute. Do we have running water somewhere that overflowed? Was the refrigerator off and leaked out, drained out?
Right.
That caused water to get on the floor? How much water on the floor? When you say flood, how much of a flood?
Natcher said, kept in fridge to keep the smell down. That's exactly what I was thinking. But then why take her out and put her
out? Yeah.
And put her on the bed?
Yeah.
Because she was found in the bedroom. And one of the other things, because I'm like, the sister saying that the carpet was ripped up, but then when we got to looking at the layout for the apartment, it's hardwood floors, but the bedroom, the bedroom has carpet. So there's blood on the floor in the bedroom. 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that we didn't talk about is being that we felt like one of them was found in the defensive mode. Did they find any evidence under the fingernails?
Right.
Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This information that should be shared, and they are not doing it. Because they can answer a lot of questions for the public, but I don't get the silence. And it really haven't been nothing posted about this case in about a month.
Right. Like I said, they too quiet. And it makes me feel like they got their eye on somebody.
Awesome.
And again, one of the other details, matter of fact, wasn't it Maleesa who the neighbors said they saw her come in with friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got neighbors saying they saw Maleesa come in with friends, and then the friends left. And I'm like, so when you think friends, we're thinking multiple.
All right.
Plural. So there's more than one person involved?
Right. That puts people with her who saw her last before she was found.
Right. Right. And I think, when they talked about what was missing, when the sister said that her phone and her laptop was missing, we found an article where they was trying to reach her, right? They couldn't. They do the wellness check. The mom said she called the last number, like she pulled Maleesa's phone records and called the last number. This lady says that somebody answered the phone. They answered the phone because, of course, they didn't call the last phone number. And that person explained that another person tried to sell them Maleesa's phone for $100. Think about this. Mama called last phone number on Maleesa's call log. The person that answered the phone, like, yeah, somebody was trying to sell me her phone for $100. And I'm like, wait, how ironic is it that the last phone call is a person who is connected to another person who got this girl phone?
Now, with that statement, what don't make sense is she said a person tried to. You think this person's gonna call just a random person like, hey, you wanna buy this phone?
Right, no.
To me, what it says to me is whoever that was knew the person who called them because they called you for a reason.
Yep. So that means you know what's going on with this girl. I in my mind.
Bingo.
So whoever that last, they suspect as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
They need them downtown ASAP.
And what did her sister say about items that were missing?
Do y'all want to just go ahead and play the video?
Hey, we're on point.
Yep. Yeah, we can get into that because we need y'all to listen to this interview between Maleesa's sister, Jordan, who's a pop star, a Guyanese pop star.
And listen carefully to not only the details, watch her demeanor.
Just watch her as she answers these questions and listen to her responses. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
she is a famous singer who has used her social media to honor her sister and to try to get justice. Jordan, thank you for being on tonight. I am so sorry to learn these details. They are so devastating. I can't imagine what it was like for you to learn these details, but I also want to know if you're only just learning these details. Had police never shared this information with you before?
No, we had to get it from the mortuary. The police haven't told us anything.
And that's got to be, so difficult in itself, as there is a killer out there, and not just a killer, there is a brutal murderer out there. I listened to your interview with Nancy Liu, and I wanted to make a certain note about the injuries that you learned of with your sister. 2 broken ankles, but were there other injuries to her hands, arms, and legs? Did she suffer other broken limbs or cuts or bruises? Can you describe what the injuries were?
Head trauma, her whole body damaged, her entire body, from her head to her toes.
To the point where the mortuary said that they had to literally, and I'm quoting, put her back together again?
Yes.
I am so sorry that you and your family are dealing with this. Have the police shared any information about the nature of this killing and what it might say about the killer? Have they asked you for any help in terms of getting them leads to who might have done this?
I've given them, I'm doing my own investigation at this point. I'm giving them everything that I know, to the point that they're like, just back off, and they're not even answering, They called my mom today, but still, again, nothing. They said they can't let us know anything, so nothing.
And no information about a robbery or any other motive that might have led to this?
Well, we know that her phone and laptop was stolen. And when we went to go get her belongings from her apartment, we noticed that the refrigerator was missing, so that was a part of evidence. And we've noticed that her clothes from her Miami trip was still there, her luggage was there, so we took her luggage and stuff. But her dirty clothes were missing. It was random weird things missing. But what I realized that was most important, what we need, was her iPhone and laptop.
Can I ask you, Jordan, we're showing pictures of your sister. She's just absolutely stunning. I mean, it's obvious why she was a model. You're also stunning and beautiful, and I can't help but notice the resemblance between the two of you. You're very famous as a pop singer. Are you concerned at all? Is there any thought with the police that they might have mistaken her for you, that because you're famous, it might have been a fan who was a dangerous fan?
I don't know. Like, my sister wouldn't harm a fly. Like, she'll run from a fly before she harms it, you know? I don't know. She just was so sweet. Like, I don't understand, you know? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know who would do this.
Jordan, what about the pregnancy? Is there any thought that the pregnancy had anything to do with this, given the fact that it was so new? It was maybe even brand new news to the father.
Yeah, like, this is something like my sister wanted, you know? She told my mom, like, earlier, like at the end of August, that she missed her period and stuff. Like, she's like excited, giddy about it. And like, they like to break the news to me late, you know? So I didn't know anything about it. And then when her friend guy that she's dealing with called me, he talked to me, my mom, he told me, and her, like, yeah, she was pregnant. We were expecting, and like we were going to go to the doctor and, you know, weigh out our options, but I know that she wanted to keep it. Like, he's devastated, he's heartbroken, but
you know, the police, they, no matter what, in an incident like that, they will always look first to a boyfriend or a family member. Do you know if they questioned the father of the child?
I don't believe they have questioned him yet either.
Do they know that she was pregnant, the police?
I've given them this information.
And they know who the person is, in case they do want to follow up.
I've given them everything that I know.
Jordan, I'm so incredibly sorry that you have learned this information in this way. I can't imagine what it's like to go through this. My heart goes out to you and your family, as well as the family of Nicole Coats, the other model just a mile away. And I am praying for some resolution for you in this case, and that they catch whoever did this, the monster who did this to your sister. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Jordan Pauline joining us tonight on the murder of her sister, Melissa Mooney. And if you have any information.
Y'all know what? Let me tell y'all something. Now, John and Boss was on me in the beginning because I'm going to be honest with you, I was on her sister's ass, right? Then John and Boss was, you know, and I let up off of her, okay? But then we watched this interview. I was back on her ass. I'm be honest with y'all. Because it's a couple things. And Boss, I see you had to pull it up because we should have been able to do a stop and start on this video right here. And one of the things, you know, she told us that there was trauma, you know, from basically from head to toe. So this girl, this was brutal. And then, did you hear her make the comment? She said, the mortuary said that they had to put her back together.
Yeah.
Then when we go back to that arm stretched, that went back to what I was saying. Was it dislocated? Was it out of socket? What they mean they had to put her back together? I mean, I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, that sounds weird when she said it like that, because putting someone back together, you would think things have been cut off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know what she meant. I know maybe some bones was out of place, and if it was some ankles, I don't understand why you would put it back together, because when they do, if they was going to do an open casket, they're not going to see them anyway.
Right. I mean, but you still want them in one piece.
True. I mean, they still in one piece. It's just broken. Right. I know that sounds heartless. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
I get it. I mean, it is what it is. I get it, you know. But, yeah, we need to pull this video back up.
Okay.
Because she said a couple things.
Social media to honor her sister. And
let me,
go ahead.
Let me get us back on the screen. Uh-oh. Here we go. There we go.
Okay.
Go
so, because she said a couple things. Let's go through, if y'all don't mind, because we riding. Let's just go through this one more time.
I mean, if you want to control it, you got it.
Yeah, no, you can play it, and then if
you tell me when you want me to stop it.
Okay, I got you.
to try to get justice. Jordan, thank you for being on tonight. I am so sorry to learn these details. They are so devastating. I can't imagine what it was like for you to learn these details, but I also want to know if you're only just learning these details. Had police never shared this information with you before?
No, we had to get it from the mortuary. The police haven't told us anything.
And that's got to be, so difficult in itself, as there is a killer out there, and not just a killer, there is a brutal murderer out there. I listened to your interview with Nancy Liu, and I wanted to make a certain note about the injuries that you learned of with your sister. 2 broken ankles, but were there other injuries to her hands, arms, and legs? Did she suffer other broken limbs or cuts or bruises? Can you describe what the injuries were?
Head trauma, her whole body damaged, her entire body, from her head to her toes.
To the point where the mortuary said that they had to literally, and I'm quoting, put her back together again?
Yes.
I am so sorry that you and your family are dealing with this. Have the police shared any information about the nature of this killing and what it might say about the killer? Have they asked you for any help in terms of getting them leads to who might have done this?
I've given them, I'm doing my own investigation at this point. I'm giving them everything that I know, to the point that they're like, just back off, and they're not even answering,
So she's saying the police telling her back off?
Yeah, that's one response, one part of this statement that kind of struck something inside me as well. It makes me wonder, what was she doing exactly? What did she say exactly for them to respond like that to
Absolutely.
her?
Yep. Especially if you just trying to provide details to help find who did this to your sister.
Right.
And I know in times like this, emotions are high. You probably cussing people out. I mean, I get it. Maybe it was her delivery. Maybe it was the way she was coming. I don't know.
But I mean, they deal with these type of cases all the time where, this is normal for a family member to want to help solve a crime. But at the same time, as an investigator or detective, you have to keep all avenues open and look at everyone.
Everything. Yeah.
Because sometimes people who try to help too much.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the details
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
regarding how what she suffered from, the injuries, this head trauma, there's broken ankles, broken wrists, from head to toe. That sounds like a passion beating.
Yeah.
This was personal.
And don't forget, Maleesa was 2 months pregnant.
Yes.
So, we got this young girl doing her thing, 2 months pregnant, and was beaten from head to toe. Okay.
Mom today, but still, again, nothing. They said they can't let us know anything, so nothing.
And no information about a robbery or any other motive that might have led to this?
Well, we know that her phone and laptop was stolen. And when we went to go get her belongings from her apartment, we noticed that the refrigerator was missing. So that was a part of evidence. And we've noticed that her clothes from her Miami trip was still there. Her luggage was there. So we took her luggage and stuff. But
okay, wait. So we learned that Maleesa had just come back from Miami. So she had been on vacation. And then not only that, one of the other details that we forgot to mention when we were looking at the locations was that Maleesa had just moved into this apartment, y'all. She had only been there a month.
Yep.
Just got there.
Just got there.
Mm-hmm.
So she moved into this apartment, and then girlfriend went to Miami. Okay.
And the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Now that's a head turner. The refrigerator was missing.
Mm-hmm.
And according to her statement, the police had taken it in as evidence. Now think about that. Think about this item that's in the kitchen, one of the appliances we showed you, the height, the weight, the width. What would they need to take the refrigerator for?
I can't.
Unless there was some kind of external or internal evidence upon that refrigerator that said, yeah, we need to take this. Did something happen in the kitchen? Did the altercation that she had with her assailant start in this kitchen area for some strange reason?
But hear me though, John. Hear me though. We've seen many crime scenes.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do what they do with forensics.
Yeah.
The only way that I can see them taking the refrigerator, if there was something in it, was she in it? Because otherwise there would be no. I mean, you dust for fingerprints. If it's blood on there, you do your little testing and pinpoint where all the what's that luminol? What it
Yeah.
Spray and then it light up.
Yep.
That's all they need to do. But to remove the whole refrigerator means something.
Yeah. I'm thinking that there's biological evidence on the exterior portion of the refrigerator. I'm thinking also that something happened in the kitchen. I'm thinking she might have been slammed in some way that left possibly a smear of some kind. Something strong that indicated that they needed to take the refrigerator in as evidence.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm telling you, where I'm at with it. I think she was in there.
This is what I think, and because what you said, John, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But this is what I think happened. Why they found her on her bed instead of inside of it. It was like it's not working. They done forced it, done broke her ankles, this, that, and the third. And like, man, this shit ain't working. So they just put her back on the bed and got the hell out of there. That's what made more sense to me.
But again, why take the refrigerator? Somebody got to answer that for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. If you're trying to put her in a refrigerator, guess what you got to do? You got to take the shelves out. You got to take everything that's in that refrigerator out to put a body inside of it. So they recognize like all the stuff is on the floor, and then something's wrong. They trying to put this girl in the refrigerator, and that's probably why they took the refrigerator, because it's evidence in there.
Right. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you ain't hauling away no refrigerator for nothing. For some blood spatter on the outside of it. Nah, you ain't taking no refrigerator for that. Something's going on inside the refrigerator, and they needed it. Let's continue. We riding.
Her dirty clothes were missing. It was random weird things missing.
Okay, pause. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Because I was going off about this. Because she said that dirty clothes were missing. How do you know somebody's dirty clothes is missing?
How would you know?
How would you know that? Did they tell her that? Because the only thing that I can think of is that was you with her in Miami? Do you know what she had in Miami? And some of the clothes was gone when you got there. And if they took some dirty clothes, there's DNA on it.
Oh, no doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
And only other explanation I knew on why she knew it was missing, because maybe the whole clothes hamper was gone. You know what I'm saying? Where she put her dirty clothes. That's the only thing I can think of how she knew that.
So somebody walked out that apartment in a high rise. with a dirty clothes hamper?
Nope, it wasn't them. We know. We got a feeling who got it. It's the police. It's the police.
Yeah.
Evidence.
But how
DNA.
would they know to take the dirty clothes?
Who, law enforcement?
Mm-hmm.
Know,
or is that just, you know?
Could be protocol.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I would take the dirty clothes in reference to DNA testing to see if she was with a male.
Yeah.
Right, because think about it. How did they find her? She didn't have any clothes. She found just in her underwear or something like that.
And that's one of the details we didn't get.
Yeah.
We know where they were found. We even know how they were found. But were they dressed? Were they just in panties and bras? Were they fully clothed?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have those details. They didn't give us that. They didn't give us that. But to hear the sister say that the dirty clothes was missing, I'm like, wait a minute now. Did the police tell her that? Or
yeah, but they're keeping the information so tight. They're not really saying anything, not even to the family.
Yes,
and then you have to ask yourself, well, why is that? Why couldn't they at least release a preliminary report to the family as to the date of the call, time of arrival, the investigation as it opened up and proceeded, how they found her, where they found her, in what way they found her, just preliminary stuff. But now for them to deem this a murder, cause of death is a homicide. Now the manner of death is still to be determined when up until they release the autopsy. Could she have been strangled, broken neck, suffocated, traumatized, beat down to death?
Right.
How severe was the head trauma? How severe was the body trauma?
And again,
how many broken bones did she suffer from?
Right. But here's the thing. Even with a beating like that, you mean to tell me ain't nobody heard nothing?
Heard again, right. Once again, apartment complex, you would think somebody hears somebody. Because the first line of defense for a woman, if she's in an altercation, she is going to scream.
Absolutely.
A lot of screaming. Get off of me.
Yeah.
Get out of my house. And all this other stuff, you know?
Right. You got to cut off the vocal so she can't scream.
Yeah.
Yep. So she could have been strangled.
That too.
Yeah. Because that would be the first thing a person of malicious malice, a forethought would consider, you know, shut off the vocals, grab her by the neck. This way she can't scream.
Can't. Yeah.
And get her in a way to where, you know, you either choke her out, break something, and then do the rest of it.
But why beat her after that?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just feeling that this was a passion beating. This was something almost like hate. I hate you for what you look like. I hate you for the money that you make. An envious type of shit. Excuse my language. Attitude, if you will.
Right.
There's something ferocious that attacked this woman.
Joyce
and fiercely beat her.
Yeah. Joyce said, could they have been playing music so no one could hear?
Possibility.
That's good thinking.
That's a strong possibility.
That would have been a good detail for the police to have at least mentioned. There was loud music playing out of apartment XYZ.
Yep.
We thought it was a party going on.
Thought it was a party. They said they seen friends go in there.
But nobody called the police about it. Nobody called the police for a noise violation or anything like that.
Right.
At least we don't know. I mean, at least they ain't told us.
You're right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we have a group of neighbors that seen her enter her apartment with some friends, saw them go in, saw them come out, except her.
Mm-hmm.
And what time was that? How long? Well, neighbors seeing them coming in and then going out. Wow. So now you got to ask yourself, how long was the neighbors looking to even know that detail?
That's crazy, Maria. She says wild after dark. I'm not from LA. I'm from the South. Just looking at this, you would think it's like a classy area, but she says this is not that at all. It's wild after dark. So maybe, like you said, playing music was
the norm.
It was the norm.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
But what I realized that was most important, what we need was like her iPhone and laptop.
Can I ask you, Jordan, we're showing pictures of your sister. She's just absolutely stunning. I mean, it's obvious why she was a model. You're also...
Now, I pause there because I just want you to listen to this question.
Yeah, because Boss was all over this. Boss was not playing no games with this question right here. And again, because at this time, I let up off of it. Right? Y'all know I'd be suspicious. Everybody be suspicious to me. And I let up off of it. And then he played this and went to this part right here, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah.
I just want to know how y'all feel after y'all hear this question, which y'all already heard if you paid attention while we played it the first time. I felt like this question was very, very disrespectful, and it wasn't the right time for it, but check it out.
Stunning and beautiful, and I can't help but notice the resemblance between the two of you. You're very famous as a pop singer. Are you concerned at all? Is there any thought with the police that they might have mistaken her for you, that because you're famous, it might have been a fan who was a dangerous fan?
I don't know. My sister wouldn't harm a fly. Like, she'll run from a fly before she harms it,
Now, with the question, also, I want to say, did you watch her as she responded? We'll play it again, but put a 1 in the chat if you feel like that question was kind of disrespectful. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like you agree with it. She should have been asked that. I got to hear from you guys, but we're going to rewind it. But I want you to pay attention. Watch how she respond. Listen to what she said and tell me, was that a answer?
Right. Because when I first heard it, I was like, why would you? I mean, because you're implying with that question, you're implying that your status is the reason why your sister not here. Could that be the reason your sister is not here? So it seemed a little disrespectful to me. And I think I focused so much on the question that I didn't even pay no attention to the answer. Rewind it.
Y'all rewind it, so I'm going to hit play.
Rewind it.
All right, here we go.
I was so focused on the question.
All right, here we go.
It might have been a fan who was a dangerous fan.
I don't know. My sister wouldn't harm a fly. Like, she'll run from a fly before she harms it,
What the does that have to do with anything?
She didn't answer the question.
Thank you, Joyce.
Plain and simple.
She didn't answer the question. Why not? And again, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because this is her sister who's lost her life. But when asked that question, she didn't answer. I mean, she went straight to, my sister wouldn't harm a fly. She ain't asked you nothing about that. She asked you, could your status have something to do with your sister not being here?
Yeah, she put "I don't know" in front of that thing so quick, and then moved on from that. She didn't want to elaborate any further on that question.
She ran from it. She's a track star. Ran from it, didn't she? Yeah. Got her. Sound like a track star right there to me.
Yeah, like she has some thoughts about it,
Olga said because it was a trick question.
I don't know, because I think that would be a question that law enforcement probably would ask her if they ever set her down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to explore all avenues when you come to these type of cases. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about, like, if a daughter of a judge get killed, they're going to want to know who the judge done sentenced that could be mad at him. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just a normal question in these type of situations. And then I just felt like it wasn't her job to ask that goddamn question. That's my opinion.
But then again, she asked that question though. And you would make her think, what does she know in regarding asking that question? You see?
Yeah.
Maybe she was led on to some information that wasn't released yet.
Right.
And she posed the question in a way to say, well, what if they thought that was you?
Look, jabbing with Jay said, did she even understand the question?
Yeah. Oh.
I ain't fooling with you.
So yeah.
Okay, let's ride. We ride.
It was a very good question, no doubt, to even ask during the course of this interview.
Yeah.
Right. It was. Excuse me. It was. But
it's a very good question.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know who would do this.
Jordan, what about the pregnancy? Is there any thought that the pregnancy had anything to do with this, given the fact that it was so new? It was maybe even brand new news to the father.
Yeah, like this is something like my sister wanted, She told my mom like earlier, like at the end of August, that she missed her period and stuff. Like she's like excited, giddy about it. And like they like to break the news to me late, so I didn't know anything about it. And then when her friend.
Okay, wait. So usually, because I know I got some sisters in here, when we get pregnant, we find out we're pregnant, especially if we close to our sister. She might be the first one I tell.
Right.
This girl right here saying she ain't know nothing. It just made me question the relationship when she said that. Because this your sister we're talking about. Not play sister, not play cousin. Your sister, your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Why she ain't know?
That's a great question. And you might as well go ahead and hit on what bothers you as well. I know you want to. When we're talking about the baby daddy.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's continue.
You know that's coming.
Yeah. let's okay. So hold on.
Guy that she's dealing with called me. He talked to me, my mom. He told me in her she was pregnant. We were expecting, and like we were going to go to the doctor and weigh out our options. But I know that she wanted to keep it. Like he's devastated. He's heartbroken. But
the police
Okay, wait. She said the baby daddy, the guy that Maleesa is supposed to be pregnant by, called her. Ain't that what she just said?
Yep.
How he get your number? You ain't even tell your sister you was pregnant. How do you know him? That's all I'm asking. And I could be, because I know something in my mind, I go to the left sometimes. But and we can rewind it. But she said that he called her. So the guy Maleesa is pregnant by called her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Maria said, "Run that back."
Now, if they were married and they was in a long-term relationship, that wouldn't be odd for the husband to have his sister-in-law's number, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how long she's been dating this guy because that wasn't put out there for us to know. But Remember, her sister is a pop star in South America, which is where she is from. I'm not sure if Maleesa is from there. I don't even know if they got the same daddy, but they do look alike. So you would think, but that's an assumption. But where's the connection? Now, I'm not saying Maleesa, or should I say Pauline, is not in LA because she's promoting her music in South America, because she could be right here in LA promoting her music.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. We got to run it back. How far back we need to go? Let's run it back. Let's see if we're back far enough. Let's see.
But I know that she wanted to keep it. Like, he's devastated. He's heartbroken. But
just a little
we
bit
were going to go to the doctor and, you know, weigh out our options. But I know that she wanted to keep it.
We need to go back some more.
Devastated about it. And then when her friend guy that she's dealing with called me, he talked to me and my mom. He told me in her, like, yeah, she was pregnant. We were expecting, and like we were going to go to the doctor and, you know, weigh out our options. But I know that she wanted to keep it. Like, he's devastated. He's heartbroken. But
you know, the police,
Now, I want to pause it right there because of what she said when she stated they wanted to weigh out their options. It wasn't no they, it was him, because if you heard what she said, her sister really was excited and she wanted to have this kid.
So right. So how do we go from Maleesa being a proud mom to be?
Yep.
And then we got this guy talking about, yeah, we was wearing our options. What options?
Mm-hmm. Leave it up to Maleesa. Wasn't no options. She was having this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a problem somewhere?
Right. And then and I know earlier somebody mentioned, you know, the baby daddy should be a suspect. He on the list.
Absolutely.
He on the list. But we were trying to find a connection between Nichole and her. So do we keep him on the list?
That's the thing about what we're discussing right now compared to what we were discussing earlier. We're tying the two cases together, but as we continue to research,
right,
we found this, and now it's a curveball.
Right.
Because you can't be closed-minded on either one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to ask this question to the chat. Do you think it was a common killer, or do you feel like this is totally separate going with what we're discussing now? Put a 2 if you think it's what we're talking about now. 1 if you think it's tied together.
Right.
I want to know what y'all think.
And we're going to get into a couple other things. But the baby daddy, yeah, that whole situation right there just kind of confused me. And when she referred to him as her friend. Did y'all hear?
Mm-hmm.
Her friend.
Yeah.
She didn't say boyfriend, her, you know, long-term boyfriend, husband. She didn't say none of that.
Mm-hmm.
She said her friend. She referred to him as a friend. And again, and this is just me, how he got your number? Or did he call the mom? Because I know we were going back and forth about that in the chat. But it sounded like, to me, it sounded like she said he called her. But then did it, I don't know.
We got a mixture.
Yeah.
We got a mixture of responses. They which I don't know. I just feel like the reason why we're at this point in this case is the lack of evidence that law enforcement has given us.
Right.
And it's sad.
Yep.
I was looking for him. Where's he at?
Yep. Where he at?
We got the sister's interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the sister's interview. You think he would have stepped up and had an interview as well?
Emails, they sound like some entanglement going on.
No matter what, in an instant.
Say some entanglement. Yeah, I don't know, man. Something ain't right. But we got a lot of women in here. At 2 months, we still trying to look pretty. We still in our, same clothes. Was she dating somebody else or was she moving around? I don't know. Let's finish this one.
Like that, they will always look first to a boyfriend or a family member. Do you know if they questioned the father of the child?
I don't believe they have questioned him yet either.
Do they know that she was pregnant, the police?
I've given them this information.
And they know who the person is, in case they do want to follow up.
I've given them everything that I know.
Jordan, I'm so incredibly sorry that you have learned this information in this way. I can't imagine what it's like to go through this. My heart goes out to you and your family, as well as the family of Nicole Coats, the other model, just a mile away. And I am praying for some resolution for you in this case, and that they catch whoever did this, the monster who did this to your sister. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Jordan Pauline joining us tonight on.
I don't know. Her lips look swollen.
No,
That's a mess. I ain't gonna tell y'all because we laugh. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I call it. I can't even say it here.
No.
But I was on her ass for a minute, y'all. Because and don't get me wrong, we see it in a lot of cases where they make their rounds, they're doing interviews and things like that. And because again, she's a pop star. So one of the things I initially thought was publicity. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to get her name out there.
Yeah.
Front and center. And one of the other things that I know we dug a lot into yesterday was the fact that both of these girls model. We know they had different, full-time jobs, because Maleesa worked for a real estate company called Nest Seekers. But she had just started. She hadn't been there that long. So all of this is new for Maleesa. Then she's pregnant. Just moved into her apartment. One of the things we kept looking for, we like, well, who do they model for? We could not find it.
Nope.
And we searched. We dug into the management companies of both of the apartment buildings, especially when I was on the whole maintenance kick, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, are they owned by the same people? Because we share, I've worked in property management, and maintenance men would move around. You might need him at another property.
That's the one.
Sorry. No, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
No, we have S. Gill say, I live in LA. That real estate company is weird.
Oh God. Weird how?
Yeah, I gotta know why you say that.
And we even tried to see if we could contact Jordan Pauline.
Yep.
To speak with us at the RoundTable.
John was on.
Yeah. I said, I'll talk to her.
So did. John like, I'm emailing her right now.
I said, right now, I'll talk to her. I said,
right.
Does she have an Instagram? Does she have this and that? Boss found it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, good. I'm going to leave her a message.
So did.
And this is a message.
Yeah.
Is it right there? Let me just, thank you. Hello, Miss Jordan. My name is John Q.
You finer than a mother. No, go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Don't let me do that sound, boss.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Because I got to tell him this. When we found her social media, right? All her social media stuff, Y'all should have heard. Now y'all know I'm the only lady up here at the round, right? Y'all should have heard how John and Boss was talking. Like, it was weird. It was so weird. I was like, really? That's where we at with it?
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna let you get away with that, five folks. You was on your maintenance kick, so you gotta be one fine ass maintenance man, ain't
it? Yeah. You're right. You're right. Okay, I'll take that. You're right. You're right. I did say that. Because I've worked in property management, and we've seen them maintenance men sleeping with tenants moving around. You know, so I was on that. I was, but it was only because at that time I thought the refrigerator was missing, like before the police got there, type shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, like, who would move the refrigerator and not look suspicious? Right. so yeah, I was on the maintenance man for a very long time.
But go ahead, John. I ain't mean to interrupt you, man. My fault.
Go back to your hello.
Yes. So going back to hello, Miss Jordan. My name is John Q. I'm a true crimes content creator on YouTube on a channel called The RoundTable with two other content creators, Miss 54 Keys and Mr. Boss Blake. We would like to have the privilege of possibly speaking with you regarding your sister, Melissa Mooney's case. Please contact me as soon as you get this message. We would like to help in the investigation. I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you, and God bless. Justice for Melissa.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See,
and so far,
yeah,
no answer.
And then when we listened to that interview that we just played, I said, John, don't even look for no response.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But I had to put it out there, wanted to put it out there to see if she would reach back out to us, being that she wants to know who did this to her sister.
Right.
So it's still out there. It's still in play, and we're still waiting.
Yeah. And then, like I said, when we found out that Nichole worked in fashion, and that Hatch collection is specialized in paternity clothing, I was like, well, maybe that's the link between them, because if we know, I don't know, do we have any models in the building? If we have any models in the building, I would love to hear you chime out on this. But if your career is in modeling and then you get pregnant, you know, of course, that's, you know, when we get pregnant, it alters our body. So to me, a good move for a model is to then start to model or get into modeling maternity wear.
Right.
To me, it only made sense to keep your money flowing.
Right.
And we found out that Nichole was the assistant manager. So I'm thinking, like, you know, could this be the link between them two? Is it somebody that they both know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it somebody from that company? You know, or somebody, a buyer, or, you know, somebody with, you know, rank within this company.
Right.
There's just so many possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be closed-minded. You got to look at all avenues.
Yeah, maternity wear. I mean, to me, that would be the go-to move if you already into modeling.
And that points to a similarity right there. One works for a maternity wear company, and then the other's pregnant.
Drico said, what if the boyfriend was dealing with both of them?
I was just sitting here thinking that. I swear to God, I was. I was just saying, yeah.
And understand that. Because I don't know if I don't remember, boss, if it was you or John, but one of y'all said that when we were researching this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's possible.
But you have to ask this question though. Why is both of them dead?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he was messing with Nichole, let's say, just for an example, first, and he didn't want Nichole to find out that Maleesa was pregnant, why would he kill both of them? So to me, I couldn't run with that one.
Tanya said, so are y'all ruling out any connection between Coats and Mooney, two models murdered within days, a week, and within blocks of each other? Let's not rule that out. Oh, no, we're not ruling that out.
Oh, yeah,
and my mind is connected. But that's just my opinion as of right now, based off of the details that we have. That's what I believe. I believe it's connected. But it's then we had to ask the question, how? How? Is it the boyfriend? Is it the whole modeling thing with the maternity wear? And I just, they might not have been friends hanging out, or what if this was business? I don't know. But to me, in my mind, it's connected. We'll wait on more details, but yeah, that's just where I mean, and like I said, that's just my opinion. But it's just you can't get past a lot of these similarities between these two women. I can't get past that.
Yeah. And then too, there was a recent report of another tenant who lived in Maleesa's building, who's also a model.
Yeah.
Who recently moved out of the building because there was a few things that she said that she heard, that she saw, that made her feel uncomfortable. In fact, I got the clip right here.
Oh yeah, let's ride.
That's right, MB and Micah. The LAPD says the cases of these two dead models appear to be unrelated, but their families don't know what to think. As you said, tonight we are hearing from another young model who is living in fear. 26-year-old Brittany Mason is a successful model working in the fashion and beauty industries. She lives at Sky at Bunker Hill luxury apartments on Figueroa Street in downtown Los Angeles.
There's quite a few models living here in the building.
She says she's seen people staying in the stairwells and blankets in the stairwells. And there's more.
Initially, the unit across from me, people were subleasing it. So I was seeing different people coming in and out every day. And the other thing was, at one point, people were having like big parties of tons of men coming through there.
So she doesn't feel safe, especially since another tenant at the complex, model and real estate agent Melissa Mooney, was discovered dead in her apartment on September 12th. Police are investigating her death as a homicide, but are not releasing any details. Brittany Mason says information from building management has been sparse or non-existent, and she wants to leave.
Honestly, I just said don't feel safe, and I think I shouldn't be forced to live here if I don't feel safe.
Brittany says management won't let her out of her lease, which has several months to go, without a penalty fee. Apparently, she's not alone.
I don't think that's okay.
As young women like Brittany Mason are figuring out their next steps, the families of Melissa Mooney and also Nicole Coats, the other young model whose father and aunt discovered her lifeless body in bed in her luxury apartment in downtown Los Angeles, are desperate for answers. Both women were found days apart and only blocks apart. However, the LAPD has said there is no evidence thus far to suggest the cases are related.
At this point, I just want some answers as to why my daughter died. I'm not really getting any help from the detective, LAPD. The medical examiner told me that she could have just went to sleep, died in her sleep.
This cannot be another John Doe cold case, nothing. We have to find whoever did this.
We did reach out to management at the Sky at Bunker Hill Apartments and were told we could expect a response in 48 hours. Also, a GoFundMe account has been set up to help pay funeral expenses for Melissa Mooney, and you can find that link on our website, ktla.com.
What? Hold on.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
What? For her?
Hmm.
A GoFundMe when your sister? Man, please.
Mm.
Okay.
Right. And Sinclair, I was with you. You know, I'm thinking same building. We got models living in the same building. Maybe there's more to that. And I don't want to go too far off to the left, but again, we got to look at all the possibilities until, you know, we start to narrow things down as we get more details. But she said that there's quite a few models living in there. So do we have like a modeling agency that's referring this place?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's one piece of track we're looking into.
Maria say go left 54.
Not here, Maria. We gotta wait till we get to the smoke session, baby.
Yeah.
We'll be at the smoke session in a minute. So yeah. But it seems weird to me. And then did you hear the mom say that the police basically told her she could have died in her sleep, talking about Nichole? And I'm like, well, how if we're being told there's blood around her, all around her?
Yeah, we need that explanation of where the blood come from. Tell me
Somebody
that.
mixing up the details,
right?
Whether it be the mom, whether it be somebody mixing up the details. Because to me, me personally, I can't see being surrounded by blood in a kicking position, and then you want me to believe she died in her sleep? No, I can't go with that. I can't ride with that one, baby.
Yeah, I just feel like whenever they do decide to come out with, you know, the autopsy and more details of her passing, you can't say it was suspicious and then come back and say she had a bullet wound in the back of her head, because now we're gonna look at you weird as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they're gonna go with suspicious, there was definitely not a gunshot wound. If there's bruises on her head or cuts on her body, then how can you say that's suspicious? So that's why I say this blood had to come out of her mouth. It had to. I can't see no other way for them to say it's suspicious, because if it's a physical evidence, then you can say, okay, this played a part into it.
Right.
Other than that, then you got to explain this to me.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I want to see the toxicology reports. You know, were they incapacitated to the point where they couldn't move, couldn't scream, couldn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I want to know what was in their system, both of them.
I feel like some of these questions we asking, I think some of these answers should have been answered by now.
Nichole said discount for models. Interesting.
And I'm sure that both autopsy for both Nichole and Melissa was done and performed.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They're still waiting for toxicology, which usually can take 6 to 8 weeks, give or take. You know, for a full, thorough toxicology. That's going to be very telling. What was in their system at the time of death? Right.
That's very important. Yeah. Very important. And Blackberry said blood from miscarriage. But you got to think, Nichole, from what we know, wasn't pregnant.
Wasn't pregnant.
Now, I could see that in Maleesa's case. And that's so sad to even think about. She was with child.
Yeah.
So they killed 2 people, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And obviously the detail of Nichole being pregnant would have been brought out by her mother.
I'm sure they would have said something.
Yeah, but wasn't.
Chlorophyll.
They would find remnants of that. Any chemical any chemical, if it was chlorophyll, if it was fentanyl, if it was anything that would incapacitate an individual biologically, they'll find it in the toxicology.
Oh, yeah. They could have been roofied and woke up fighting. Maria, that's right. Well, we don't know. Let's clear that up. We don't know at this point who died first. We just know the timing of when they were found.
Right.
Nichole was found first on the 10th.
Right.
And then 2 days later, Maleesa was found. So right now, at this point, I can't say who died first.
Well, one thing
You know
was
what I mean?
also, one thing that was also similar is that the last time that they were both seen and heard from was September 7th.
Yep.
Both of them.
Same time. And again, timing is everything.
And Nichole had the date the next day, the 8th. And that speaks volume to me.
Date with baby daddy? Y'all play too much. You know. We just know who was found first, correct?
Right.
You know, but again, we haven't gotten again, there's details we're missing. But based off of what we have now, in my mind, this is all together. And I could be wrong, you know, but as of right now, that's just how I feel about it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to keep them together until the evidence proves otherwise.
Well, he's going to have to come up with something.
California Red, yes, both of them was, she said both last heard from on the same day.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yep.
Interesting.
And when we found that detail, I said, we got a problem here.
Yeah.
It's a major problem for two women that possibly didn't know each other or may have even known each other. We still don't know that detail yet.
Right.
You know, who they worked for specifically. But we do know is that they lived about a mile apart, 5 minutes away from each other, luxurious buildings, beautiful Black African-American women, almost near about the same age. One, well, today would be Melissa's 32nd birthday.
Yep.
Yep. Today.
You see? Well-to-do, hardworking, independent, making it on their own, becoming bosses in their own right.
Absolutely.
And then having their life taken from them in the strangest way. And then both their cases being brought out together in the strangest way. So yeah, we're going to keep them together until the evidence tells us otherwise.
Separate them. Yep. Yeah. Until the evidence separate them, we keeping them together. That's it.
Yeah.
For me. 23.
Yeah, we've got a suspicious death on one end, and then we've got a homicide on the other.
Y'all want to go to Speak Your Piece?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Do anybody got anything to say? We can drop the link so y'all come on up. If you want, no pressure.
Oh, and I just wanted to make a final comment on two pictures that we were able to locate and find. I guess life has its moments, and Nichole certainly had hers. And this is one of them.
And that's Nichole and her dad.
Yeah.
This man is without his daughter. And they don't know nothing. Can you imagine? I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. This is so sad.
One of life's moments captured in a moment's time.
She is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And this is why the family wants to get down to the bottom of it. Died in her sleep? Nuh-uh. Mama's not buying that. Mama's not buying that.
We ain't buying it either. I'm with her.
Definitely.
I ain't buying that.
Yeah.
So they give me some more details. I can't ride with that. I can't ride with that. So I didn't drop the link in the chat. If y'all want to come on up, y'all come on up. If not, we'll slide on out of here. Pull over and let everybody out. Pull over and let everybody out the car.
That's right. Everybody out the car. You gotta speak your piece like you get your food.
We got Miss Money in the building.
Maria is in the building.
Oh my goodness. So 54.
Yes.
So I'll be telling you about my wild life, right? When I used to be a street pharmaceutical sales lady. Guess what neighborhood that was? Okay. So let me tell y'all about that area. It is beautiful in the daytime, y'all. But it is not the same place after dark. So I used to work on Wilshire, 700 Wilshire Boulevard. So California Red, you up in here. Tell them how them buildings go. So like if you come in on the Wilshire side, 54, you got the key fob, you got all the gate things from all the buildings, all the apartments, all the condos, all the way up that high rise on that side, right? Because that comes in on the Wilshire Street. But if you go right behind it on Hill Street or the next side, all those buildings that come in from the other side of off those streets. And John, when you drop down on them, ain't that all a lot of one-way weird streets down there you start running into? So what you'll find is that after dark, all of that changes. The garment district is down there and everything. All the little crack sales, all the little drug sales, all the little prostitutes, all that is all cracking all up in all them buildings, but you won't never see it till the sun sets. So while you up in there in the daytime, because Deloitte and Touche is at 700 Wilshire Tower, that's the accounting firm I used to get my money from. It's way up on the 9th floor. So when you up in there in Deloitte and Touche, anybody that knows about accounting knows that's one of the top 4, right?
Okay.
International CPA firms. So there was Japanese international businesses that we did private accounting for up in there. So when you go in the daytime, it's nice. One time my Cadillac broke 54 and I had to call my brother and my baby daddy to come down to come get me to come get it, right? We couldn't believe what we rolled up onto after dark. Because I've been working there 2 years. I'm thinking I'm bougie. I'm downtown, I'm living my best life. Coming out after dark, girl, everybody was strapped. All I heard was clack, clack, and people coming up, all trying to sell you this, trying to do this. It's a whole, I had never knew that it was that scandalous after dark. It was so bad, I changed my job because I said, shoot, I can't shoot my Mercedes brake, my Cadillac brake. I can't die waiting on a tow truck because I never knew it was that scandalous after dark. And then think about it. When you drop down on them, John, how far are you from the pier? And what do I keep telling y'all about them piers and them waterways after dark? You're not too far from the LA harbor, are you? So all that industrial stuff in Los Angeles downtown, y'all, Skid Row just literally means downtown LA at night. It is an area. It's not like over to the East LA sides, and it is a kind of area, but all that down there is like pretty much Skid Row. So when you're not from around there and you see news like the Hollywood sign, people always say the Hollywood sign. But anybody that's from LA, like Red will tell you, the Hollywood sign ain't in Hollywood. It's in North Hollywood.
Okay.
But you'll hear people all over saying Hollywood, Hollywood, because that's what Hollywood told you it was. But you got to be somebody that can drop down on them in the zip code and know the zip codes to know that that sign technically ain't even in LA. It's in North Hollywood. It crossed the border. Wow. So down there where you're at, if you look up, John, when you drop down, look up Hill Street and look up how far Skid Row, the real Skid Row is. I guarantee you it's a couple blocks. And then, like I was going to tell you, who said the discount to models? Olga or Fire Mama, whichever one of y'all was up in there, shout out to you. Because literally that's what all that stuff does. It has all kind of stuff that you can hustle by what you do. So when somebody said, did they know each other? Think about it. What models y'all know don't travel in the same packs? If you are A model, B model, C model.
Absolutely.
So if you a C model, you at the bottom, you trying to make your way, that ain't nothing but a bunch of C models. Like when you hear about the people that go to Hollywood to make it off of Sunset Strip, right? That's what that is, y'all.
Right.
For modeling. But you got to be from LA to know that, because right down there is going to be all the little Chinatown, all the little Japantown. Like I told you, look up Owajimaya, right? Because you'll be surprised, John, how nice all that Japanese shopping center is down there. But guess what they tell us? Do not get caught slipping here after dark. So even when I used to go over to the Kanuya bookstore and get my Japanese books or go get my food and stuff, I'll go over there, but I'll never go after dark. Because all that is right in that area, and it looks so beautiful in the daytime. You'll be like, man, this is balling. But at night, it's not the same. Now, back to my notes, okay? This is what I wanted to know, 54. Okay. So I was taking notes. So one thing that I couldn't understand is, didn't you play it back and she was talking, because somebody was in the chat and kind of confused me, but she said when she was talking about her sister with her man, she kept saying the dude she was dealing with. But when she talked about her being friends with him and him calling the mama, she made him a friend for herself. But she never even made him a friend for her sister, who he was about to be the father of her baby.
Right.
She also said that her mother didn't tell her to August that her sister was pregnant. But when you go on YouTube, John, drop down on them and go look at when she dropped her last video, how many views it was and how long ago it was dropped.
Oh, yeah, I saw you put in the chat that she just dropped a video about a month ago.
Exactly, because guess what, 54, she ain't had a hit for another 1 million views with a whole year before it.
Right. Yeah, because we found her and we watched a couple of her videos. Yeah.
Well, you saw her latest one is raunchy, like I said. Was it not? Was it not some trash? My daughter better not be having that on her screen. I walk in, it's gonna be a problem. I ain't paying for that.
Right.
That ain't what we pay the cable bill for up in here.
Right.
So
you can't run from them type of videos these days anyway.
No, but you can make sure that your children that you are allowing to have all the accesses to everything you pay for respect your wishes, because you pay the bills, or they can move.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But what I'm saying,
right. And then peep game, I was gonna tell y'all that too, 54. So I guarantee you, if any of y'all daughters told you that they was finna move down there, you'll tell them no, you're not. And any dads in here that remember back when you wanted to move somewhere, your dad used to go cruise after dark and check your neighborhood out before he gave you the okay? Or was my dad the only one OCD that did that to me and my sister?
Right.
Well, I'd be the first one to say I was one of them.
See, then my dad and your dad would have been friends, mister, because I wasn't allowed to live nowhere that my pops didn't go scope it out. So that's why I'm telling you, as soon as my daughter would have told me she was trying to live over there that close to Skid Row, I'd have been like, no, sis, no, you're not. I don't know where you're moving, but it ain't going to be there.
Right. And I'm thinking maybe they thought it was safe because we're talking, we seen it, secure building, parking garage, maybe they thought they would be secure.
But see, that's the thing though, 54. That's why I'm telling you, like that's why I said Red, let them know, because it's not. See, it's secure building when you look at the way you're going into the building from the way you get in. But did you see when John kept dropping that down on them at the ground level? There was 2 big, giant, massive doors on there. But what you ain't looking at is go on the other side of the building. There's going to be 2 more on the back side of the building.
Right.
So not only can you get in from the way you're seeing from the street view that they're showing you, you can also get in from other ways that you can't see unless you go to the back of the building on the one-way streets. That's why when you put up the article and Homegirl said they won't let her out her lease, whoever was in the chat that said the leasing company is shady, I second that.
Right.
Because why else wouldn't you let them out their lease? You already got 2 dead ladies.
Now, are you talking about Melissa's case or Nicole's case?
I'm talking about the girl who lived in the first girl, because she lived in her building, the Coats.
Yeah, with Coats.
Brittany. Yeah, Brittany lives in Coats buildings, and Brittany said that they wouldn't let her out her lease.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when downtown LA, all that stuff is shady. So like the people that are trying to make it seem like it's nice and bougie, if you got money or you got class or you decent, you wouldn't move there anyway, because you know that after dark you're not safe. Because go look at that article that you found it on and go read that other lady saying she don't go out after dark because it's not safe. So what's weird is like
San Francisco, like downtown anywhere though. If you think about it.
I know 54. That's why I keep saying to you, almost any. Yeah. I lived in New York. I lived in LA. I lived in San Francisco. I lived in Hokkaido, Japan. I ain't never lived in a downtown nowhere that after dark I felt safe.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what country it's in. At nighttime, I was raised I have to be at home because decent women is at home unless they out chaperone, because I ain't trying to be on the news so y'all can find me.
Right.
So now back to my questions, okay? Because I got my notepad. So did she say that the police told her nothing and that she was giving them the information?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard her say that. And then she said her sister had broken ankles, right?
Yeah.
So if the police ain't telling you, if you're telling the police and the police ain't telling you nothing, where is the broken ankles coming from? Because this girl keeps talking, but you can't verify nothing that she's saying other than it came out her mouth.
That's
right. That information came out of the reporter's mouth.
Because she told it to her. Go back to the article. I pulled the articles up and read them, John, because you know I've been with 54, and you know she's gonna tell me the devil's in the detail. You need receipts. Don't jump to conclusions, Maria. Wait, we gotta wait. So then I went and pulled the articles and read it, and I said, "Wait a minute,
right?
That ain't adding up." So that's just another one on my list for you, 54. You're gonna have to get that on your timeline because that ain't me, that's you. And then so because you know what, didn't she say, or John, was it you or Boss, one of y'all said maybe that's why the police stopped her from talking? Because one thing I noticed from what Olga was saying, everything that the sister said in the interview to the reporter is in the written article, but it doesn't match.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I know because I wrote notes. That's why I asked you to run it back. And then she said her mom told her that her sister was pregnant at the end of August, but she didn't know. Then she came back and said that he called her, but I'm like, Olga, I don't think the boyfriend called her. I think that man called the mama and she was there and overheard it and ran her mouth again.
Right.
Because we can't corroborate nothing that she said, not even to what the mother said, because the mother and her ain't talking about the same stuff. So I'm done. I'm gonna get down, but I just had them little tips because that didn't sit well with me.
You know, I ride with you, Maria. I like the way you think.
Oh, yeah.
Train me, Miss 54, and I get in trouble when I get too drunk and riled up. So I had to like dial it down. I only had 2 sips. I got my stuff rolled up. I ain't put a lighter to it yet because I'm waiting to see what Olga and Fire Mama come with, because a few other people is catching stuff, not just me.
Right.
But
that's what we came for. That's what I mean. We got to do it as a unit.
Yeah.
Because I've seen things in the chat where it was like, "Oh, we didn't even think of that."
Well, and also it's just the way she talked, like the interview question, right? And boss, you wrong for that. But anyway, we ain't even wrong. We're gonna skip over that. But the interview question, I don't think she even understood the lady's question. I don't feel like she didn't understand it. I feel like she evaded it on purpose, because the way she talks about her sister's pregnancy and the baby daddy, it's like she wasn't down with it.
She wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, she got jealousy towards her sister, because I guarantee you, when I was pregnant, I told my mama told all my sisters.
Right.
Because we all celebrating life with me every time we did it. And I celebrated them with my sisters every time they brought life. So it was never a secret in none of us ever being pregnant. That was a celebration of life. So what kind of family is that? And what kind of secrets is it really?
Right.
Because she said her mom told her in August, right?
Or that the mom found out, like she missed her period in August.
But she said that the sister told the mom in August. She didn't say that anybody told her.
Yeah. She said she didn't know.
Yep, and then she flipped up and lied, and she said that he said, and that's why when whoever checked her and said, "Oh, what you mean about your sister already decided to have her baby?" That was a good point to pull out, because if you look at the semantics of her verbiage that she used, something's wrong in that exchange.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. Bye.
Okay. All right.
Fight you next time.
Much love to you, Maria.
Yep. See you at the smoke session.
See ya.
Maria be turned. You know, but you know that it was so weird. And when we got to pulling out the details, it was, you know, it was like, how can you not see that it all goes together? Like, I don't know. I guess that's just my opinion, but it didn't make sense to me. And it still doesn't. And like I said, we're going to need more details. We definitely going to need more details.
Most definitely.
And hopefully they'll be coming out soon.
Yeah.
You know, this is taking some time. Police are appearing to be investigating at least Melissa's case as a homicide. She didn't die of natural causes. Something happened in her apartment, left her demised, and there's some strange things going on in that building. According to the third model, Brittany, the 26-year-old model that wanted to move out, and the landlord wouldn't let her out of a lease. You know, there was a detail even in that report of her mentioning that there were that she would see blankets in the hallway in the stairwells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, wait a minute. The building has got security sitting right there on the outside of the building, which means that if they have external security for the garage, they would have some kind of internal security for the building. Checking the floors.
Right.
You know, or having a round of security to check the floors. Because if that's happened, blankets in the hallway in the stairwells tells me that it's somebody's homeless, somebody's sleeping in the damn hallway and in the stairwells.
Right.
Enough for her to feel unsafe. People subletting apartments to have other people take over those apartments temporarily until the other party gets back. Wait a minute. How secure is the building? That's what rings in my mind.
Yeah, me too.
You know, somebody doing a side deal with the security guard, you know. Hey, just a thought.
And I saved this comment right here because when I saw it, I was like, this is what I was thinking from the start. And Sinclair says, just read that when the limbs are extended, it means prior to the body rigidity, the body died somewhere else, meaning the body was moved. See, everything that I've said, like, that's just what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And again, I could be wrong. You know, we had a nurse in here saying, you know, reflex and things like that. And that's not my area. So I'm, you know, I guess it's possible. But I can't wrap my mind around. Like, I just feel like they were somewhere else. And, you know, we'll learn more as they give us more details. But this is what Sinclair said is why I felt the way I felt. And I was asking that question, where were they? Where were they? Because then you have to think, if they were placed somewhere else and then put back into the bedroom, it's the same MO. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same MO. But y'all know how we do. You know, we gonna wait for the details to come out because I really want to see where they're gonna go with this. You know, y'all know we nosy like that over here. I want to know where they're gonna go with this. And one of the other things that that really bothered me is when they were talking about the funeral for these young ladies and no open caskets.
Yeah.
And think about this. Here we have two women who live life in beauty, modeling. So, you know, that comes with the hair, the makeup, the nails, the clothes, who live life in beauty, but died such a horrible death that they couldn't be seen.
Sound like jealousy.
That hit different.
Yep.
Yeah, that hit different.
And that goes with the profile.
Yeah.
Definitely goes with the profile.
Somebody got a type. You know? But yeah, like I said, we're gonna wait for more details to come out. And we'll be back because we're still waiting on a few things, updates on other cases and stuff like that. But I definitely want to keep my eye on this because I want to see where the police where they gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Are they eventually gonna come out and tell us, yeah, they both connected? Do they have their eyes on a certain person?
Yeah. If they ain't connected 9 times out of 10, that's the reason why they kept so quiet.
Because like I said, they too quiet. We ain't got no press conferences, nothing. And what's even more sad is the family don't know. Even if you don't come out and tell us, tell they people. But they probably not saying too much because clearly, oh girl talk too much. You understand what I'm saying? You got to think, especially in this investigation. And then, you know, we want to know why they're not telling the family anything. If we got them running around on social media, then hell no, we ain't telling y'all nothing. Because you're going to put it out here. Especially if it's information we don't want to get out. Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to tell the snitch the important details. So, yeah, we're going to wait to see where they at with it. And when we get more details, y'all know, we're going to bring it back to y'all. That's it.
You know it.
That's it. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all riding with us. And where's that one comment? Hold on, because I saved it. Hold on. Because your boy crazy. Your boy crazy. You know, I'm always like, we riding, baby. He's like, look, y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell out the car right now. Your boy be riding, don't he? We love y'all, man. And like I said, we appreciate y'all coming out riding with us.
Absolutely.
You know, riding for these ladies right here.
We need your help too. We need your help. We want you to get this story out into the algorithm. So please give us a thumbs up for tonight's special Roundtable React, Models of Death. We're on the case.
And understand this, because if this is a person who's out here hand-picking models, then why isn't, I mean, they need to be talking to the public. We don't see any of that.
Yeah.
So, ladies, and I tell y'all all the time, be careful out here. Some of these men, they preying on us. We gotta be careful. You know, watch what you do, watch how you moving. You know, but like I said, we're gonna get on up out of here. We appreciate y'all coming, riding with us. And Boss John, y'all got anything before we get up out of here?
Much love to everybody.
See you at the next roundtable.
We was riding, baby.
Yeah, we got it bumping.
You need to disconnect that cable.